As today, I'm breaking down the official trailer for Sonic the Hedgehog 3, which just dropped 27th August. It's incredibly exciting. I love this trailer. Keanu Reeves has joined the Sonic family, and it's fantastic. This breakdown will cover the movie, which releases on December 20th, 2024, just in time for the holiday season. Now, let's get into the trailer. It opens with Sonic, voiced by Ben Schwartz, Tails, voiced by Colleen O'Shaughnessy, and Knuckles, voiced by Idris Elba. James Marsden returns as Tom, who tells Sonic he's finally found his family. Tails is flying near London Bridge. Knuckles launches himself off Big Ben, and Sonic speeds up the suspension cables on Tower Bridge, just like in the video game. This is pure Team Sonic, and I love it. The promo material they've shared recently shows them in various cities, and throughout the movies, they've appeared in many locations across the US, and now in London and Tokyo. Knuckles shows off his Flames of Disaster punch when launching off Big Ben, a move we've seen him use before. It's a reminder of Knuckles' short but sweet series, which, while it may not affect the overall movie, is a fun watch on Paramount+. Then, Tom unveils an illustration of Longclaw, Sonic, and their home world, Mobius, hidden behind a mask. This likely takes place in the cave from the first movie. For those who remember, Longclaw is a giant warrior owl who cared for Sonic and sent him to Earth for safety. Mobius is their iconic homeworld, famous from the Sega games. While it hasn't been called Mobius in the movies, it was mentioned in the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 novelization, and Pat Casey, the writer for the movies, has explained that they weren't allowed to name the planet officially. So, I'll call it Mobius, but the movies might just refer to it as an unnamed planet. Either way, it looks like Sonic is still living his best life in Green Hills, Montana. Next, we see a very cartoony EKG monitor, indicating that Shadow is being held within the GUN facilities. You can tell it's GUN from the logo on a man's jacket. GUN, short for Guardian Units of Nations, was formed after the first movie and featured more prominently in the second. We see Commander Walters, who appeared in the last two movies and is the commander of GUN. In the Shadow the Hedgehog video game, he initially saw Shadow as an enemy, blaming him for the death of his family on the Ark ship and the loss of his young friend Maria, who I'll discuss soon. The tension between these two isn't far off from the games. The man in the trailer mentions a security breach and calls for Team Sonic's help. I absolutely love this part. Team Sonic, comprised of Knuckles, Tails, and Sonic, first came together in the early 2000s with the video game Sonic Heroes. Now, after 2 movies and a series, they're officially recognized as a team with a name. The man also brings up Project Shadow, which is a huge deal. This government project led to the creation of 2 creatures, BioLizard and Shadow, under the guidance of Professor Gerald Robotnik, who is the grandfather of Maria Robotnik and Dr. Eggman. Maria, a young girl who grew up on the space colony ARK, was suffering from a terminal illness that kept her from leaving the colony. Gerald started Project Shadow with the hope that the immortality of these creatures could help find a cure for her. During the project, Shadow was created and formed a deep bond with Maria. But when the military shut down the project, Maria was killed while trying to help Shadow escape. Her tragic death is what drives Shadow, much like Sonic's own experiences shape him. The trailer even gives us glimpses of this backstory, including a heartwarming moment between Maria and Shadow. As the trailer continues, we're introduced to a colossal Eggman ship, which might be straight out of Sonic Frontiers. It dramatically rises from the River Thames near Tower Bridge, making for a truly epic moment. At this point, a powerful cover of the iconic Green Hill Zone theme from Sonic the Hedgehog kicks in, ramping up the intensity. Here's a fun theory to consider. With Sonic's iconic quill in the mix, could this be a hint at Robotnik creating Metal Sonic? This could potentially be setting up a lead-in for Sonic 4. What do you think? We also get a glimpse of Shadow unleashing his abilities. which fans will recognize from the games. Using nearby Chaos Emeralds, Shadow taps into Chaos powers, allowing him to manipulate time and space, essentially teleporting, just as we see in the trailer. If you've made it this far into the video, don't forget to hit that like button, drop a comment, and subscribe to Brainy Reviews for more cool and awesome movie reviews. In the final moments of the trailer, Shadow stands tall and menacing, exactly as fans would expect. The movie seems to have upped the ante, and I'm all in for it. Keanu Reeves was an inspired choice for Shadow. He nails that blend of intensity and sorrow, almost like a deeply tormented John Wick, which fits Shadow perfectly. His first line,
"You're a colorful bunch,"
is delivered with just the right amount of cool. The scene takes place in Tokyo's iconic Shibuya district, where Shadow faces off against Sonic in a fierce battle. Everything about this movie looks amazing, and I can't wait to watch it. Don't forget to comment your theories.